Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now.
What's good, peeps? It's your boy, me, J Media, back again with yet another video. And in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys what goes into my audio bag. And this is usually the bag and the equipment that I bring to professional client or production shoots to make that audio sound crocante, or, you know, crisp in Italian. But before I begin anything, I just want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Good Men Do Exist. All right, Good Men Do Exist is a clothing and lifestyle brand focused on men's issues, men's mental health, and empowering men to live up to their full potential as husbands, fathers, and leaders, whatever they may be. All right, plus they got, you know, dope gear. I mean, check out the drip, right? And plus, with Father's Day coming up right around the corner, this is the perfect gift to show your dad how much you love and appreciate everything that he's done. All right, so for more information, go to www.jefftylerspeaks.com or follow them at Good Men Do Exist and at Good Men Movement. Also, as always, guys, be sure to hit that like button, share this with your family, your friends, matter of fact, just share it with everybody you meet, just bring it up in random casual conversation, and be sure to smash that subscribe button. That way you can be notified anytime I drop more dope content like this one. All right, now let's get into this video. So first of all, let me just say how extremely grateful I am to be living in the time that we live in, right, where you can fit everything you need to in a small compact carrying case or bag instead of, you know, having to bring basically a trailer in order to get good audio, because audio is like half of a good video. People will look at a video if it's not the best, but if it has good audio quality, they'll, you know, power through it. But if a video looks good but it has terrible audio quality, that's gonna turn people off like immediately. We all know this. That's like video 101. So for the audio bag itself, I'm using the Orca OR-27 audio bag, and I love this thing. I love the form factor, all the customizable options so you can wear it while you're using it, all the zippers, and the fact that it has straps to hold a boom pole and headphones. I even love the blue accent colors on it. I think it's just a really nice design. I think everything just fits, it goes together. It's just very appealing to look at. My only nitpick is that I wish this thing came with like a waist strap. That way when you're wearing it and walking around with it and moving with it, it's less likely to be swinging around, you know, it's less likely to like smack an actor in the head or something. And it's also less likely to get caught in something, because when you're wearing a strap of any kind, the worst thing that can happen is that it always gets caught on a door handle. Right? I don't know why it works like that, but it's always a door handle for some reason. Now, this really hasn't happened to me personally yet, so maybe I'm just being paranoid. So inside the bag, I have the Zoom F6 field recorder. This lets me get super crisp audio with up to 6 XLR inputs, and it's 32-bit recording, meaning that if I'm recording and something happens to my audio clip, or if I've just been clipping this whole time, what I can do is go into post and bring those levels down without losing any of the audio quality. Right? The display is beautifully bright, although it is not touchscreen. Now, this may differ for you, but for me personally, I much rather prefer it to not be touchscreen, right? That way I don't accidentally change a setting by rubbing up or bumping up against the screen or something. Or if I put it in the bag, it's not bumping up against something else and it's changing settings or muting the whole thing, which I do not want, right? The fact that this thing can also operate by 2 AA batteries, USB Type-C, and Sony NP-F batteries basically means that I have a backup for my backup, and I can record all day long with this thing, no problem. Also, just for safety, I also bring the Zoom P4 pod track. This may not be as nice sounding quality as the F6, but it is versatile, especially if somebody wants me to use one of their XLR mics to do professional shoots or something like that. That's because some mics aren't built the same, right? Some mics are what we call gain hungry, just like the one I'm using right now. And in those circumstances, I would either have to do one of two things. I would either have to turn the gain up really, really high so that you can be able to hear me, which also affects the audio quality, or I have to buy and bring a cloud lifter, which in my opinion is just doing too much, because that's just something else you have to make sure it's charged, has batteries, keep up with, yada yada. So instead, I would just rather switch over to the P4 Pod Track, which is great because the way I've set up my bag, I can just switch between the two recorders without taking anything out of the bag, right? And I can operate the P4 from the side pocket. And I still have access to 4 XLR inputs, and it has its own built-in cloud lifter. So that just makes everything so much easier. And my philosophy is to work smarter, not harder. That's not true. My actual philosophy is to not work at all. But since that's not the way the world works, here we are. For my mics, I have the Rode NTG5. All right, so first of all, this mic has like no weight, like at all. This mic is summer beach body ready. Okay, whatever scientist, whatever astronaut scientist, Jimmy Neutron, this microphone, this masterpiece needs a raise. Like for real. Like this thing is super lightweight and it's as crisp as a fresh carrot. I mean, my gosh. If you know how to set this mic up, which really is not that hard, you pretty much just put it out of the shot about 6 to 8 inches from the talent's mouth. It will give you short film production level quality, and it comes with a ton of accessories. And it only costs around $500, right? Which is a great bang for the buck. I know I say only, like that's not a lot of money, but for what you're getting, it's definitely worth it, right? It's so easy to use. There's not a ton of buttons to worry about or go through. It pretty much just works. Unfortunately though, the blimp case is sold separately. Now, if they would have included this would have been the perfect audio purchase, but the blimp is sold separately. So almost there. For my secondary audio, or when I need to mic up 2 people at the same time, I use the Rode Wireless Go 2s. These are my wireless mics that are way smaller than the previous Rode Link Filmmaker mics. This comes with 1 receiver and 2 microphones, which all can charge via USB Type-C, and they can be used by themselves or with a lav mic. Now, I also did order the Go 2 mic said to be specifically made for the Wireless Go 2. So if you want me to do a review on those or a video on those, please let me know in the comment section below. These are super convenient and out of the way though. I've used these for events, interviews, weddings, and they are super inconspicuous. However, the downside to this is that they are so stealthy that most people will forget that they are wearing them and they will walk off while still wearing them, and you have to chase them down before they get to their car. Okay, that one actually did happen to me a couple times, so I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. But the best advantage to this is that not only will it record to the camera, but it will also record to itself through an app, right? This is to give itself a backup audio, because there's nothing worse than doing a whole shoot just to get back to the studio and realize that for some reason the camera didn't record the audio, and you have to call up that client and have that very awkward conversation of why you have to either do it again or why something went wrong, because that just seems like a lot of headache, and I don't feel like I'm not answering that. For the boom pole, I have the Neewer internal boom pole, okay, which has a nice reach, an internal XLR connector, so you don't have to worry about cables, and it has a comfortable foam grip, and at a bargain for around $60. It's got a pretty good cost, right? But that's kind of where the compliments stop for this thing. Now for the cons. It does not collapse any further than about 2 feet, making it very untravel friendly, right? Especially around doors. And the expanding and retracting method is janky as heck, right? You probably have to force it just to adjust it. So this would be one thing on this list that I would not recommend. It just takes too much effort, and you never feel like you're doing it right, and you always feel like you're gonna break it, right? But you know, hey, you get what you pay for, right? I used to have the much better boom arm until I got into an accident and it got, you know, wrecked. So I will be getting that again, but in the meantime, I thought this would be a good, you know, replacement or an extra. I had it as an extra. I thought it would be a good replacement. It wasn't. Okay, you live and you learn, right? All right, so for my headphones, you know, I'm still rocking with the Audio Technica ATH MX-50. Boom, I can say that in my sleep now. Not much more to say about these that I didn't already cover in my desk setup video, but again, they're super comfortable, amazing production level quality, and they give you the option to go from wireless to wired anytime you want. Now, none of these would be possible without this in my bag. By far, one of the most important things here, batteries. In this bag, I always keep like a pair of backup AA batteries because you never really know how long these things will last, right? Also have some Sony NPF batteries and an external USB charger, right? It costs a little bit more, but you know, you can't really put a price on peace of mind. All right, and lastly, you can never have too many cables, okay? Never have to. I got all the cables, you know, you got XLR cables, you got USB Type-C cables, you got USB cables. I got them all, you know, it goes in this little pouch right here in the back, all right? But be mindful and remember to pick up the right kind of cables with the right end so that you don't have a whole bunch of wrong cables. When I first started going from 3.5 mic jack to XLR, I got a bunch of the wrong XLR cables. Sometimes I got male to male when I needed male to female, or I got female to female and I just didn't really know what I was doing. Or even the angle, I got a right angle when I needed a left angle. You know, just research and make sure that you are getting the right cables for what you need. And there you guys have it. That is everything I take with me in my audio bag. Now, it is important to note that this is not all the audio equipment that I own. No, not by far. But this is the equipment that I will pick up and go if somebody has a professional client shoot or a production shoot for me. All right, this is the creme de la creme. This is the top of the line here, okay? But what do you guys think? Like, is there anything I need to add to this bag to make it even better other than the boom pole? All right, I already know I dropped the bag on that one. I got that. All right, you ain't gotta tell me twice. But other than that, y'all think I'm movie ready or nah? Right, let me know in the comment section below, or let me know what you have in your audio bag. Right, let's get some conversations going. Maybe I can learn from you guys. Right, so with that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.